Hi team, good morning. So today let's continue with that AWA. I'm going to share the screen. Okay, regarding the AWA, so we were in the last session seeing about this particular flow, and today we could see the next flow that is called routing flow. So once the record has been, the record has been created, the routing engine receives newly inserted record. Okay. So the routing is generally like once which queue height it has to go with these kind of things. Is there a channel for that table? Especially we just see about the service channels, right? The service channels like chat or whatever way we will try to connect, it will be seeing whether there is a service channel for that. If there is no, we can't do anything for that because without service channel, it can't go for the next step of queues, right? If it is chat or if it is coming from the any kind of table, then only we know that whether this has to be assigned to the this queue. If it doesn't has any kind of service channel within it, we can't do anything. So it is just like do nothing. If you have the service channel, then it gets the first queue for this channel. Then it will check for the queues table. Queues table, and it will go and evaluate the next condition on the current queue. And in the and still it will check for the evaluation condition get matches. If it not get matches, no more queues, then it can't do anything. If it has some matches, then it will create the work item for it. We also see the work item table, right? How it is creating the work items. So it will create a new work item. And there are more queues for it. For example, if there is no match, and it will check for the next queue. If it has the next queue, and then again it will try to evaluate and try to find up the match over there. As we see our queues table and the work item table, let's once again go through this queues and work item table. This is our queue. In this queue, there is a work item routing condition. If this condition gets satisfied, then only the work item will be get routed to this particular table and it will create a record. So these are the different type of work item. Work item is nothing but matching to a particular record or creating a new record against the queue or a service channel that is coming from the system. So it will automatically assign to a particular document table and a document ID, which is nothing but the table and the ID, which queue it is, assignment rule, which assignment rule, and based on the assignment rule to whom it is getting assigned. All these type of steps you will be getting to know in the system. So here if you see what table it is, what ID. Table means if you take incident over here, and from incident which record, that is the this ID, will get mapped over here. This is how it will be mapped based on the assignment rule. assignment group and assigned to will be get matched. Once the queue has been come, it will be comes for the pending accept state. So that the state can be changed, it can be even rejected. Rejected means it should say the what is the reason for the rejected. And if it is cancelled, in the sense, what is the cancellation risk? All these type of work item will be created. Based on this, you can create multiple templates also to find the work item, how it is going to be fetched based on our queue status. Let's go for the AWA assignment. After the routing, that is the work item got created and assigned to the queue. Okay. The work item got created and assigned to the queue. Okay. The AWA will try to find the best available agent. Okay. And assign the work item to that agent with the state called pending accept, which is called as assignment process in this one. So here the best available agent is identified based on the assignment rule configuration. We already seen about this configuration assignment rule. 3 things it has to match it up, right? The first diagram, it was there in clearly. That is availability, capacity, and skills. Availability, capacity, and skills. Here is the question. Thus, there has been a available agent for the work item to be created in the work item table, and then only it is queued. No. As long as the queue is in schedule, the work item will be created and be in the queued state. Once any agent becomes available, then it is offered to that particular agent. So no queue will be created after the work item is just created. Based on the queue only, the work item will be created. Let's see the basic flow of AWA. The document is created and meets the eligibility criteria for the service channels. Okay. For this type of document, the out-of-the-box criteria it can be for chat, for service channel could be interaction type equal to chat. So document is created is nothing but like a interaction. Interaction record is created at first. The interaction can be created based on the call, videos, chat, whatever it is. So these are the states that it holds: new, on hold, work in progress. And this record watcher table responds with the name of AWA eligibility responder for this service channel condition is triggered. So this record watcher is the next step. First, it will create a document record in the interaction table. Then this record watcher will check whether it has a service channel eligibility or not. Okay. If it has eligibility, the AWA eligibility responder will be respond with this name. So the service channel condition is triggered and pokes the AWA worker thread to wake up and do the work. Okay. The AWA worker thread starts the routing process. If the queue is found, the work item is created and associated with the document with state equal to queued. Okay. The work item state is set to accept, pending accept, and it will be assigned to the agent it was offered. The AWA worker thread starts the assignment process. AWA engine attempts to identify the best agent based on the presence, availability, affinity, skills, etc. The work item is offered to the agent. This is the clear-cut process, and after that the agent capacity in use will be get increased. Okay, the 1 point will be get increased for them. The record watcher responded with the same name, AWA dot work underscore item, gets triggered from the work item that assigned to the agent and fires the AMB bus to the agent workspace page as I showed you the logs of AMB, right? The agent is present with the work order card in the workspace. For example, the card I showed you, know, whether it has to accept or reject. The agent accept, for example, in this case, the agent accepts the work item. The GraphQL API call is made to the server that sets the work item state to the accepted. And the document assigned to field to the agent who accepted it. When the work is done, the agent or the requester closes the document. The document state set to the ineligible state per the service channel. The record watcher responds with the workload responders. See, this is how the flow works within this one. Even though in the interview they have to ask for, you have to respond them in this way, how the AWA works in your system. This is what the flow we have. First, AWA eligibility responder, AWA workload responder, AWA workload responder for the different table it just uses actually. So once the agent close to the chat or QR, end user close to the chat, document state is set to ineligible state for the service channel and it will decrease, it counts one. One count of that will be get decreased for that actually. So this is how it is just working around it. This is the main diagram over it. Even though for the HR agent workspace, this is how the AWA is working for them. How to enable the AWA login? In the property, there is a property called com.sync.awa.syslogs.enable. For this property, you have to add this property actually. Click new and add the property for the login. You have to set the value to be true. Then the logging of the AWA will be working for you. How to enable the AWA assignment engine? Okay. It is enabled based in the syslog table. You have to go to syslog and perform all the searches where the source is advanced work assignment. Okay. And here some of the additional documents, some KB articles I have attached to it. So how to troubleshoot AWA agent chat assignment issue, how to troubleshoot AWA round robin assignment issue. Two things. You can go through this document, okay? Just click and copy the hyperlink. Go to your browser and put it on. You can able to find that KB article. How to troubleshoot AWA agent chat assignment issue. This is the way. It has a clear explanation in this KB article. You can make use of this KB article. So especially for the HR agent workspace, if you have, especially when you're using that inbox capability, you will be coming across this AWA only. So you have to make sure that you know about this AWA clearly if it has some routing or assignment issue over it. I think this session is clear to you. We can move to the next topic actually. That is predictive intelligence. Okay. See guys, these are like some of the added one only for you. Even though this is like an extra topics in your syllabus. Okay. Let's start with it. So basically, why do we use this predictive intelligence? Okay. That is the first question that would get comes in your mind. So the system is something like to predict something, right? So based on the history of the record actually. First, let's go to the plugin. Let's search for predictive intelligence. The first one, let's type the predictive intelligence. This is the plugin to install actually. The first and the foremost one, it's like classification, similarity, and we can find like clustering and regression. We are going to cover up only the classification in this one. See, auto assignment group for HR case. So here we are just trying to put some record like short description, open for all these fields we are taking in hand to predict some value. Okay. These are the conditions. Short description is not empty, description is not empty, state is not cancelled, active is false, assignment group is not empty. Based on that, the prediction will be get appears in your system. Okay. If we click on update and retrain, it will start the training in the system. It is telling that recommended setting for solution training requires one minimum 10,000 records. Minimum 10,000 records. Okay. Then only it will be start doing the prediction. So this is the property that is responsible for showing up like this. So let's go to the property. We just got the property, and this is the property that is responsible for that. I'm just going to make it that one as 100. That's it. Here, I'm going to refresh. Now I'm going to click on update and retrain again. The training has been started. The training has to be completed actually. Okay. Hmm. So this is something like, guys, if we take as an example of incident over here, at first, let me create one. Select category. And my table name is going to be incident. Name will be auto-populated, okay? And my output field is going to be category. I'm going to predict my category, okay? And the fields I want to take it over here is like description of your issue, and let's take only the description of it, okay? But it has only 73 records. And I'm going to, I can't train it actually. Let me first move this one to 70. Submit and train. Because based on the description words, it can able to select the category based on the history of records. It can predict the category. Can't do, because in our instance, we have, at least we should have about 2000 or 3000 record, okay? As we have only very less record due to this EDI, we can't train this one. That is the reason it is showing as a configuration or error network. But why do we use this one? That is the main goal for us to know. To predict something. For example, auto assignment group for HR cases, to assign any kind of assignment group based on the previous assignments. For example, you have a history of records, right? For HR services and everything, you will be having your assignment group and everything based on the history of records. And if you train the system, it will help us to automatically assign the assignment group based on the history of the record. That is why we always try to move for the some of the ML solution, machine learned solutions over here. Like this, you can go with your case classification, case categorization. How do we select a category for the incident? Same way you can categorize your HRs or HR stuff also. See the output field here. By seeing all this one, it can select the assignment group. It can select the category. It can select the HR service by itself. Based on history of records, it knows for this one is the assignment group. For this one should be the category. Like this, it can able to predict by itself. That is why we just come to this particular one. You can try to do this one actually. Okay. So let me go and check the syllabus. If there is, I'm lifting something in this topic. I will try to cover that topic also. I left like to find similar knowledge articles. And in AWA, I just left the report and dashboard to monitor that one. I have to take it up. Other than that, I just tell you about all the things about AWA. Let's go with finding the similarity. This is called classification. Same way in the predictive intelligence, you have the similarity model also. You have classification. This is here you have similarity. Similar knowledge articles for HR. Based on the task, the knowledge article will be popped up in the system, right? Using the global search before it was doing, but here based on the history of records, it is going to be get done. The table we are going to create or to search the similarity record is from this table. And we are going to test it in the HRSD core task table. Okay. But the only issue we have is like training the system because we don't have enough record. See, same error. While loading, you could see something like a testing solution. See, but it is going as of now. Only if this get active, then you may get the testing solution. In the testing solution, if you give some description word or something, it will try to show you all the knowledge articles that is relevant to that. So you can even test your solution and whether it is working fine or not, like that you can test it out. As if it is a record session, I can't able to show you. Otherwise, I can show it up from any one of my working instance to you, that how it is actually working in the real time. And for advanced work assignment, let's see the leftover parts in that also. For this one, we have to get the performance analytics plugin to be get activated to see up all the reports and dashboards. We start installing it. In between, we can see up our other configuration items in this table. This is the one. Going to install it. In between, we have seen some other tables like agent affinity rules. State case alone, account affinity, and history affinity. Service channel should be case, primary support group. But here we don't have any queue at all. Affinity means what? Like it should be from which one it has to choose the first. From which agent it has to pick up from the queue. That is so-called affinity action. Agent affinities to accounts based on the account history. For example, there is an agent that he works for the mostly with the Amazon customer, okay? Then this history affinity case, affinity rule will be working. Whenever a new Amazon account case or issue is coming to the system, at first it will check who is the agent already worked with this account, this Amazon account. And that agent will be given as the first priority to choose this particular case for them whenever a new case is coming into the service channels. So that is like choosing the first agent, how the system or how the agent affinity works. Okay, the affinity rules over here based on the history of the records. This is based on the account team affinity for the case. This is based on account team responsibility. For example, one people has to work on the legal responsibilities, one people has to work on the payroll responsibilities. So based on the responsibility of the person, it will be started working upon. This is the rules. Even we can create the agent affinity rules. What are all called as present states? Available, away, offline. This one we already saw in our HR agent workspace, right? Available, away, offline. Okay. Reject reasons. What are the reject reasons you can give? Timeout, no access, busy, not my expertise. So these kind of options will be shown to you whenever you click that button called reject. Agent presence and capacity. This will show you whenever a ticket has been comes into the picture, it will be get pops over in our screen. But the agent doesn't take it up. So whoever agents try to knocks up, no, those logs will come and sit up over here. The first log, what I see over here is the agent system administrator. The current state is offline. So all the agents' presence and their capacity will be shown over here. Or I mean, whoever assigned with the role called AWA_agent, all the agents' presence and capacity will be shown in this particular page. Universal capacity. All the teams, including all the agents' capacity will be shown over here. For example, there are 100 agents in your system. The maximum capacity for the 100 agent is 400. Okay, 400 is the capacity. Already 300 cases, every agent is already up to 90%, 90% of them. Then the maximum universal capacity is 100 and the universal capacity is used in like 90 and agents already are present with 90 cases. So like this, we can able to know what is the agent universal capacity. And here are some of the unassigned interactions. The interaction comes, but it still doesn't got assigned to anyone because it may doesn't have a service channel, or it still have the service channel, but it doesn't have a preferred queue to go for the routing or for the assignment rule. So those kind of unassigned interactions will be shown over here. Unassigned work order task. You have the queue, but still there because of the huge capacity and no capacity within the agents, you can't assign it to anyone. So what are the unassigned work order items within them? These things you can see. Well, what are the different type of groups we have? Assignment groups, consumer service support, customer service support. From these groups only you can pick up your agents. And all your work order, task, state, assignment rules, chat and order. We just saw this thing yesterday also. This is up all your like AWA and your predictive intelligence models. Okay. Let's meet in the next session with a virtual agent topic. Thank you, everyone.